now, 2K Sports brings you Thursday night in the NBA with two Hall of Famers, Doris Burke and Grant Hill. I'm Brian Anderson. Allie LaForce, our reporter. Hey, Allie.
There's no doubt the Suns are behind their head coach, Monty Williams. He said, quote, as a young coach, you can get emotional because as much as we love winning, there's nothing like knowing that you've got 15 guys that are with you. You can walk into any arena in the league and feel confident because you know that your crew has your back. Brian?
Tremendous stuff, Allie. Thank you. And we got a quick moment to take a look at the long-term rebounding numbers over several seasons for Nicholas Claxton.
On the board, he's had a much bigger impact these last few years than he did before that. He can be relied on now to make a difference with his rebounding, and that's a product of how hard he's worked down low.
And the starting lineup for the Nets. They've got Royce O'Neal, also Cameron Johnson out there, Nicholas Claxton out there with Mikal Bridges, and it's Dinwiddie in at the 1 spot. And for Phoenix, the deadly pair of Paul and Booker are the backcourt. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is out there with DeAndre Ayton. And it's Durant in at the 3, the small forward. Here in the middle part of the season, Grant, what are the biggest challenges for players?
Well, B.A., it's mental, physical, and emotional fatigue. Night in and night out, you have to stay focused. With the amount of games teams play, all those back-to-backs, traveling across the country, bringing it every time out can be difficult.
Now here's Paul, outside Durant, from deep. Gets the 3 ball to go.
That's fearlessness, right? Kevin Durant, the catch and shoot, understanding here's an opportunity, I'm going to take advantage.
Dinwiddie against Ayton. Inside. And Claxton gets the bucket.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
And I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
And that streaking rack attack is the Mobile One drive.
Aggressive take there to get inside. They're looking to make things happen to try and take control of this game.
Dinwiddie against Paul. Now here's Dinwiddie. Defense is right there. And he gets that one.
And you got to defend better than that. I mean, that's a good look for him.
That's not coming with the right mentality. The defender neither closes the space nor challenges the shot. That's frustrating as a coach, boy.
Yeah, you want to get him going as soon as possible. Great way for him to start this game.
He's a guy who, if he gets hot, he can carry your offense for long stretches.
O'Neal misses. For Phoenix, they've gone 3 of 3 so far from the floor.
You know, the way things fell apart for the Nets has some saying the super team's era might be ending. The Nets went all in and handed over a lot of control to those stars. Now, can they reestablish the culture that attracted them in the first place?
Dinwiddie, no good.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Booker can't get it to go.
That was their first miss of the game. 4 for 5 right now. What a good start.
Bridges finds Johnson. Drills it from deep.
You know, guys, that's the selfless attitude of Mikal Bridges. So willing to give it up to an open guy.
Booker for 3. It's good. The assist that time from Paul. Booker's got 5.
Getting out to a nice lead. Great flow and great execution.
Dinwiddie against Paul. Dinwiddie outside. To the middle. Here's Claxton. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
The officials were right on top of that one.
And a look at how the offensive approach has been going so far for Phoenix.
Yeah, their early focus on outside scoring has paid off. They're finding plenty of points from three-point land.
Yeah, and in addition, their ball movement has really unleashed their offense. Boy, they've been fun to watch.
And that one's good. Gilgeous-Alexander.
Gilgeous-Alexander getting to the in-between game, taking what the defense gives him.
Pass to Claxton.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
And it's Phoenix with the rebound. They come into this one having outplayed the Grizzlies last time.
And as a rule of thumb, the road can really test your team's depth. But they all stepped up and collectively produced a lot of points.
Well, how about the job they got from their bench? That productivity was a major part of the outcome.
And DeJounte Murray is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul of the game. The Suns making a switch here. Okogie's checked in. Just under 3.5 minutes elapsed here in the first quarter. Now here's Carter. A 20-point game for him in the win against San Antonio. Takes the three, drops in the three.
You can tell Simmons is a guy who, from the moment he picked up a basketball, has been a point guard by nature.
They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it inbounds in time. Jones, he's checked in for Booker. And a change for the Nets. Harris is checked in for Bridges. Here's Carter. And that one makes him 2 for 2. He's in his rhythm.
Just owning the painted area. If it's working, no need to change.
Here's Murray. And it's Phoenix with another.
Well, there's an unpredictability to his offensive game. He is always keeping the defense off balance.
Pass to Simmons. Solid defense from Williams.
Well, we didn't see the same kind of control we're used to seeing from him. This guy is usually a tremendous finisher.
Knocks down the triple.
Man, that was fast. They're already up by double digits.
Wow, they've come out strong. Control the pace, assert their will. Nice.
And coach is sure it should be going the other way. He's challenging the out-of-bounds violation.
This call is all about viewing perspective. A lot of times a coach may have a better view of this call than...
The previous play is under review.
You're on the bench and see what looks like an obvious mistake on this call. You almost have to challenge.
The ruling on the floor is confirmed.
And the ruling has been made. They're going to uphold the original call on the out-of-bounds violation.
And as a coach, it stings to lose a timeout on a failed challenge, but it's a risk worth taking to make absolutely sure that you're not going to lose a possession on a blown call.
Six seconds left in the first. Back to Simmons. Oh, it's blocked by Williams. Murray against Carter. And they pick up 2. Murray's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
You can't help but look toward their defense. They're totally lost.
And here's Curry for 3. Missed it. Now 0 for 1 in this game. Here's Okogie. And it's all from 3-point range.
Suns foul. Kenrich Williams. First personal foul. 3rd team foul. At the line for the Nets.
Bad foul. That's not who you want to send to the line.
First personal foul. 4th team foul. Shooting for Brooklyn. Seth Curry.
First free throw is good.
2 shots.
But I think it's fair to say that Seth Curry has found his footing in this league. He gains more and more confidence every year.
And so Curry nails both of them.
An efficient night from the line. This is a guy who puts in the work and it pays dividends.
That'll be a 5-second call.
Brooklyn ball.
And we have to take another look at that block.
I mean, letting them know up front that he's on the hunt tonight and eager to knock away shots. I love it.
Five ticks left to play in the first quarter. And again, no good by Brooklyn. Offense is coming free and easy as we wrap up the first. Suns ahead, leading by 9. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back in a moment.
16. Ladies and gentlemen, your Suns Youth
And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And taking a look at the Suns' performance here, guys. What are your thoughts?
Well, they clearly came into this game focused on sharing the ball.
When you keep everyone involved at the offensive end, it keeps everyone engaged in other areas as well.
Grant, we always talk about great footwork for post players, but how about perimeter players?
You know, I'm glad you brought that up, B.A. Great perimeter players have elite footwork. The footwork helps to create the opportunity to score, whether that's shooting a 3 off the dribble or even in the post-up. Great, elite, fantastic, iconic guards who could do it all have superior footwork. Believe that.
On the court right now, second quarter for the Nets. We've got Mikal Bridges. Johnson is out there with Royce O'Neal. Then it's Ben Simmons. And it's Dinwiddie in at the point guard position. For 3, Booker. And he finishes. That makes him 4 out of 5.
How about that? Devin Booker says anything you can do, I can do better. 3 in the books.
Who poked away. And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Well, guys, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, one of the deadliest drivers in the league. Coach Nick Nurse of the Raptors said, quote, his first step is unbelievable. It's hard for anybody to keep him in front of him, and once he blows by you, he can slow down, he can sidestep. He's got a lot of things going. Brian?
Well, it's fun to watch, Allie. Thanks for that.
Well, the passing ability on display for SGA. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander getting it done.
Watching SGA run this offense, he's so patient and he reads the defense exceptionally well.
Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He had 34 points in the win against Memphis.
And taking a look at this first half, they've just shown better shot selection.
And I think obviously we see the execution and the willingness to make the next pass so important.
Plenty of daylight on that shot. O'Neal's got 6 in the quarter. Yeah, Gilgeous-Alexander really plays at his pace, Grant.
You know, B.A., he's one of those guys the defense just can't speed up. And every move is purposeful. No wasted motion. He methodically breaks you down.
Here's Dinwiddie coming off a Suns make. And the Nets call time here. Chris Paul, he's checked in for the Suns. And let's take a look at the power rankings and see how these teams compare across the league. You take a look at Miami. They've come down in the rankings a little, landing in the 5th spot for now.
Well, right now for the Suns, they've proven most people right. An outstanding team, a squad that's going to be very difficult to knock out.
Now here's Dinwiddie. 29 points for him last game against the Spurs in San Antonio.
And they seem to have found a nice groove here in the second period.
Here's Durant. Lets it go from deep. Rebounded by Johnson.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
And the Nets, another 3.
Oh, the defense has to stay attached to him on the perimeter.
Phoenix has gotten 6 of 10 three-pointers to drop. Gilgeous-Alexander from outside. Hey, he's now 6 for 6. He is cooking right now.
Very consistent tonight at the offensive end. Right there, he helps fuel the fire.
Outside Simmons. Pass to Dinwiddie. Puts up a 3. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
They've been pretty lax with their perimeter defense, giving up a lot of three-pointers.
And it goes out of bounds. That one off Johnson. A look at how all-star voting is going thus far.
And so much fun to see the tallies start to come in. See how things start to look.
You take a look at Booker. He's absolutely in the conversation to be a starter in the All-Star game for the West.
And that West starting 5 is so hard to crack. He's having a fantastic season and is still on the outside looking in.
And keep checking in for the latest in All-Star voting results.
Look at Chris Paul getting aggressive. He's not going to let that 3 go unanswered. He's too competitive for that.
And the lob disrupted. Not to be. Booker, pass to Durant. And Durant with the big finish.
Adding insult to injury with the dunk off the steal.
Nice to see a good play on D. That led to some fireworks.
Let's see if that serves as a momentum builder. What a great sequence for this group.
Dinwiddie, stolen by Ayton. For three, Booker. It's good. The assist that time from Paul. Paul's got his 5th assist in this one.
That's been typical of their performance today. They're sharing the ball and creating good shots.
Well, these Suns have had a successful past couple of seasons.
Yeah, B.A. I mean, they certainly know the greatness they're capable of. They can give you a lot of confidence out there on the floor, even against other elite teams.
For three, Durant. Another three for Phoenix. 59 seconds left in the second quarter. Now a timeout called by Brooklyn. Their first chance to take a look at the Suns this season.
Because they play in different conferences, these teams don't really see each other all that much. It makes it interesting here.
Right, they'll meet 2 times this year, East versus West. Let's see which team can enforce their style of play.
So the Nets making a switch here. Claxton, he's checked in for Simmons. Harris comes in for O'Neal. Curry, he's checked in for Bridges. And it's Carter in for Dinwiddie.
Oh, yeah, that'll do it.
Wow, an emphatic two-handed slam. Here's Paul, and the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way.
And the Phoenix Suns have been a completely different team since acquiring Chris Paul. He's the leader of this team, and he helps set the tone on both ends.
Paul hits them both.
Boy, the consistent greatness of Chris Paul, playmaker, scorer, defender, leader, year after year. Chris Paul silences any doubt about his place in this game. This is as pure a shooter as there is. You've got to stay connected or it's a problem.
From behind the arc, Paul with the bucket. Paul's got 8.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
Now here's Curry. He picked up 21 points in their last win against the Spurs in San Antonio.
Well, you know that Seth Curry will be aggressive regardless of where he is on the floor. Nice look inside there.
Here's Okogie. No good from outside. He got his defender off his feet with a pump fake, but couldn't knock it down. Here's Johnson. And he floats it in for the easy 2. Credit the sweet setup on that one.
And once more this half, they find a way to get great position inside.
Shot from the mid-range. He got it up in time, but it would not fall for him. And so it's the Phoenix Suns in command with a 13-point lead at the end of the quarter. And they've got a comfortable lead in large part due to their 3-point shooting. We'll be right back after this word.
And welcome to halftime. With the All-Star festivities around the corner, here are the favorites to take part in the dunk contest.
You look at the explosiveness in this field. These guys put up highlights on a nightly basis.
And they love to top one another, whether it's in games or in this contest. And now switching gears to our featured game, a phenomenal first half for the Suns.
They've got the lead in large part because of their rebounding advantage. They came out like a bunch of junkyard dogs. Whoa, I wouldn't want to play against that.
And that'll do it for us. Thanks for stopping by. We'll head back down to Brian Anderson and crew for the start of the third quarter.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it's been a runaway. Boy, we're seeing a tremendous game from Devin Booker.
The numbers say it all. He spent the first half playing efficient ball.
I think they've taken their time. They've showed incredible patience. It's a sign of a well-coached ball club.
The deadly pair of Paul and Booker are the backcourt. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is out there with Kevin Durant. And it's Ayton in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And that's the group from Monty Williams as we begin the second half. Here's Bridges. Well, no scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. And Claxton gets the bucket.
Probably a play they drew up in the locker room at half.
Well, there is nothing better than catching a rhythm as early as possible, and boy, that's a terrific start right there.
Now here's Paul. Give him 8. Out of bounds. It'll be Brooklyn's ball.
Next ball.
And the Eastern Conference has been great to watch so far. Here's how things are shaken up midway through the season. You take a look at Brooklyn. So far, this hasn't been the season they were hoping for, and time is of the essence. And the Nets shooting it well at 59%. Bridges finds Dinwiddie. Screen by Claxton. This one for 3. The shot won't fall. And Phoenix the other way now. 17 points was their biggest margin. And Paul gets it to go.
Wow, 5 consecutive threes. This defense looking very frustrated right now.
Paul against Dinwiddie. Down low. Here's Bridges. Yes. And a nice assist from Dinwiddie.
Well, with the high release point on Mikal Bridges' jumper, it's very hard to contest. Just a matter of being consistent now.
Phoenix calls timeout. And the Suns making a change here. Murray's checked in. And for all the purists, here's a look at the best free throw shooting teams from the stripe this year. The Suns 3rd.
And this is a team that knocks down their free throws at an elite rate. Whoever they go up against should always try to avoid fouling them at all costs.
Phoenix has gone 2 for 2 from deep here in the 3rd. And that one's good. Gilgeous-Alexander. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 19 points.
Wow, what a start to this half. 3 for 3, dictating the pace on the offensive end. They're rolling early.
Dinwiddie passes to Bridges. That shot missing. Excellent D there from Booker.
And right now they're +8 in the rebounding category. That's helping them run away with this. Already a terrific career for Booker. 3.
Well, let's remember that at 6'6", Shai Gilgeous-Alexander can more than handle himself near the cup.
And how about our AT&T 5G slam cam? Couldn't have captured that play any better. Now here's Dinwiddie. He's got 7. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. It's going to be on DeAndre Ayton.
Boy, you think about the start of Spencer Dinwiddie's career, it was rocky. This guy falls to the second round. He gets waived a couple of times. It wasn't until he found his way to the Nets that he started to find his footing.
Take a break. 2 shots.
Free throw good. Dinwiddie. Talking about Dinwiddie, he steadily improved with Brooklyn, Doris.
He sure did, B.A., averaging 20 points per game during that 1920 season. Then he was rewarded with a huge free agent deal during the summer of 2021. Perseverance is a big-time part of his story.
Ben Simmons is checked in for Brooklyn. Curry comes in for Johnson. For Phoenix, they've gotten 4 of their first 5 shots to go since the break. And it's slammed in by Durant.
Kevin Durant showing you that I can play with power, with authority, up and over the defense, and slams it home.
The Nets have gotten 2 of 4 shots to go since the break. Here's Dinwiddie. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair. Well, the trio of KD, Kyrie, and Harden, Doris, they played just 16 games together when it was all said and done.
Just so frustrating for a Nets organization that had positioned itself to acquire that talent. But this is a real lesson about success in the NBA. You have to maximize your windows and take nothing for granted because, boy, do things change quickly.
And both free throws good for Dinwiddie. The Suns have got 5 of 6 shots to fall so far in the 3rd. Here's Durant. Rebounded by the Nets.
That is a rarity. When he takes flight, he usually hammers it home.
Ooh, stolen by Murray. Gilgeous-Alexander from outside. Sinks the tray. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 10 points now, just in this quarter.
They've had a hard time shutting down the three-point shot.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Dinwiddie passes to Curry. The three. And the basket's good. Off the assist from Dinwiddie. Dinwiddie's got 5 assists tonight.
Well, Seth Curry with the answer and the payback from distance. What a competitor.
And he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
Oh, excellent work in transition. Pushing the ball up the floor like that helps you find easier shots.
Booker, the pass to Murray. Here's Durant. Ooh, now 7 for 9 after that make.
Kevin Durant knows exactly where his scoring opportunities come from, and he is capitalizing right now.
And there's the call on Devin Booker. That'll be a second foul of the game. Phoenix making some changes. Williams is checked in for Ayton. Okogie comes in for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. And Williams is subbed in for Kevin Durant. Harris is checked in for Brooklyn. Carter comes in for Dinwiddie. Now here's Curry. He has 7. Screened by Claxton. Now here's Curry. He's guarded closely. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. Curry's got 9.
Always a good possession when you can get that kind of look.
Left side Booker. Got it. Good job in the low post. And the Suns lead by 17.
Well, Josh Okogie sees somebody working in space and puts the ball on time and on target.
And stolen by Williams. It's Booker on the wing, pounded by Harris. Booker, good.
Well, Devin Booker, one of the rare guys in the NBA, the ability to score at will, and he's rolling right now.
Outside Curry with the 10-footer. Again, the net score.
And his fantastic performance from the last game has carried over to tonight.
No, I think that's the one thing every player is searching for. Consistency. They're giving this guy a chance to carry the offense once again.
They are unconscious from outside. And so far, the defense has had no answer.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone.
Booker with the jam.
Well, make the right play at the rim. Devin Booker sees an opportunity and doesn't hesitate.
What a performance for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. He has been the story for the Phoenix Suns. He put together 10 points in the quarter. Back to the game after this break. And while we have a chance, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
Now, I know he's a big man, but he's got some point guard in him if he's making passes like this.
I'll tell you, in today's game, you want skill and decision-making at every position.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. And the Nets shooting at around 60% in this one. Very efficient. On the court for the Nets as we get the fourth quarter going. We've got Nicholas Claxton. Javon Carter is out there with Mikal Bridges. Then it's Joe Harris. And it's O'Neal in at the 4.
Hey, if you give him room, he's going to score the ball.
And Phoenix has possession after the basket by Brooklyn. Count it. Good. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 12 points here in the second half.
Shai Gilgeous-Alexander attacking and in rhythm on the offensive end.
Harris on the wing. Launches it. Pure from three-point range.
Wow, you don't see him left alone very often. And, of course, he makes good use of it.
Here's Paul. Oh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now.
The people upstairs in Brooklyn have been making some very interesting moves, trying to put together a championship caliber team.
Phoenix making some changes. DeAndre Ayton comes in for Okogie, and it's Kevin Durant in for Williams. Johnson, he's checked in for Brooklyn. Dinwiddie comes in for Carter. Takes one from 10 feet. That's good from Durant on the assist by Paul. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for Phoenix.
Yeah, they've collected an impressive number of steals so far, using fast hands to force some turnovers and then scoring on the other end.
And you also have to love the way they've gotten out and run in transition. A ton of good chances tonight simply from being willing to run the floor.
All right, time now to present our New Balance Player of the Game, Devin Booker.
And guess what? This was his game all night. I mean, he tore through the defense and almost never took a bad shot out there. Really, a level of offensive consistency most players can only dream of.
And you know, this home arena really appreciates this guy. And it's clear that he takes pride in playing his best in front of them. Fourth quarter still young, just over a minute played.
Now that's how you capitalize on a screen.
Yeah, good positioning too. Gave him a clear path to the hoop.
Where was the defense? No fighting through the pick, no rotation. My goodness.
And Ayton gets it to go.
Well, you think about DeAndre Ayton, it's his size that comes to mind, and he understands how to utilize that to score.
Bridges finds Dinwiddie. You know, for team owners, it often seems best not to take too active a role in basketball decisions. But, Grant, you're a team owner. How do you feel about this?
Well, it's a tough situation, B.A. Many of these owners have made tremendous amounts of money building their fortunes, of course, being very hands-on with their business. But basketball is a different kind of business. Success is not always linear. And sometimes, as an owner, you're not an expert when it comes to this particular business. So it's interesting, kind of being engaged, but not being too hands-on and letting your people do their job to the best that they can.
Now here's Durant. Tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark.
Well, he had the defense's attention, dropping 2 threes in the first half, but he hasn't made one since.
And DeJounte Murray is going to pick up the foul. That'll be a second foul of the game. Devin Booker, he's checked in for DeJounte Murray. Just under 2.5 minutes gone by now in the final quarter. To the right side, from deep, Johnson. And Ayton pulls it down. Ayton's got a rebound number 5 here tonight. For 3, Durant. He drops it from range. Durant's got 21 points in the game.
You allow Kevin Durant space from 3, he will make you pay.
Around 3 minutes gone here in the fourth. Pass to O'Neal.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Claxton down low. He's covered by Ayton. And Claxton gets the bucket.
Want to score in the NBA? Picks can really force the D to make tough choices.
Ayton passes to Durant. And Ayton gets it to go. Ayton's got 6 here in the quarter.
Passing may be the most overlooked aspect of Kevin Durant's game, but you know he wants his teammates to feel good.
And the foul on Chris Paul. That's foul number 2 for him. Phoenix making some changes. Williams is checked in for DeAndre Ayton. And it's Jones in for Gilgeous-Alexander. Out of bounds. It'll be Phoenix's ball.
And when you're attempting to make a comeback, it's so hard to overcome those kind of mistakes.
Williams is checked in for the Suns. Simmons is checked in for Brooklyn. Here's Booker. And he drains the quick shot. Booker's got 11 points here in the second half.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
Harris outside. It's good. And a beautiful setup from Simmons that time. Simmons has got 3 assists in the game. Phoenix has gone 1 of 2 from deep in this quarter.
Well, the scoreboard tells you everything you need to know about this one. A great showing here for the Suns.
A pair of tremendous rebounding teams.
And these guys played a little harder tonight, and that was the edge they needed.
And looking at their record after this victory, this will be their 37th of the year.
And with this one all but in the record books, they set the tone in the first of what will be only 2 meetings between these teams.
And what a huge performance it was for Devin Booker.
He didn't miss out on much of the action tonight. He was magnetized to the ball and did everything he could to contribute for his team on both ends of the floor. You could just see how in sync they were there.
That's what it takes to pull that off. Brooklyn has got 2 of 5 threes to go here in the 4th. Oh, it's blocked by Williams. Booker against Carter. The baseline J. And Booker the bucket on the assist from Jones.
They got a big lift from their crowd tonight, giving them the energy they needed.
What an impressive performance, to say the least. At this point, it looks insurmountable.
Got the ball where he wanted it, but then got swarmed.
Durant for 3. He buries it from 3.
Showing us that killer instinct right now. No letting the foot off the gas for them.
And you want to save your best for last. Tonight, they've done that and then some.
Harris's shot is good.
The very quick response from deep by Joe Harris. We love it.
And so here's Phoenix. Booker for 3. The rebound by Simmons. Dinwiddie against Williams. Dinwiddie outside. So no problem for Phoenix as they get the win. Well, this might not have been the most competitive game we've ever seen, but you've got to appreciate their masterful performance.
And I'm sure their fans appreciated it too. We saw the outstanding defense and a loaded offensive effort. They were just dominant out there.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Doris Burke, Allie LaForce, and Grant Hill, and all of our crew, this is Brian Anderson thanking you for watching this 2K Sports presentation of the NBA. So long, everyone.